12. 12, is that right?
Wait, next Wednesday?
No, 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from.
Wait, 2 weeks from next week?
2 weeks from next week. Actually, no, 2 weeks from this. That'd be 10 days, 5, yeah, 2 weeks. They tried past last Friday. Example 1, a map has a scale of 2 centimeters and it's equaling 75 miles. If 2 cities are 11 centimeters apart, how far apart are they in miles? Circle what we're looking for first. That's your new first step. I'm looking for miles. Set up that on the top of your scavenger hunt. Here's what we are looking for. How many miles? Raiden. How many miles is 11 centimeters? How many miles is 11 centimeters? That's our setup, what we're looking for. Let's go to our clues. We know that 2 centimeters are 75 miles. What number goes on the top? Chad.
75.
How do you know?
Because you want to match the other stuff. He's laughing.
That's 3. Stop. We're going to do these together on the board, and then I'll let you get a calculator for the partner practice. 75 divided by 2 is your clue, and it's not very easy to get that in my head, and I can't really easily go from 2 to 11 because that's not a whole number. So instead of using the strategy in the warm-up, I'm going to use unit rate. What is 75 divided by 2? If you plug that into a calculator, you would get 37.5 and bring that down. Label it unit rate. 37.5 is your unit rate. Who remembers? How do I find clue number 2? Once you're given the clue of 37.5. What's that next step, Mason? Close. I'm going to take this, and instead of dividing it, I'm going to multiply it by 11. Take 37.5, that's your unit rate, and multiply it by the next clue. 37.5 times 11 is what number? Chad? So this measurement of 11 centimeters on a map is actually equal to 412.5 miles. 412.5 goes on the top. That's your answer for this problem. Example 2, read it for me, please. Lauren. Okay, what am I looking for? Let's box it. I'm looking for how far apart are they really? Real life is measured in what distance? Centimeters or kilometers? Justice? Kilometers. So if I'm looking for that, where does it go, Sean? Top or bottom of my answer? If I'm looking for kilometers, where does it go? I'll give you a hint. I was looking for miles in number 1. If I'm looking for kilometers, it goes in the top. And I need to know how much 4.5 centimeters would be. Put that on the bottom. That's going to be clue number 2. You're going on the park of the scavenger hunt and you meet 2 people. What are the 2 next clues that you're given, Cameron? Cameron, what are the 2 next clues you're given? How do I know which one's on the top? Great. You meet those two clues, and you're like, great, can I have a hint and get the next one? And they say, no, you can't do it that easily. You need to do some work. What's the work that you're asked to do from 65 and 0.5 Jackson?
You have to multiply 65 times 5.
Okay. If you agree with that, silent yes. If you disagree with multiply, silent no. Do I multiply 65 and 0.5? A few yeses, a few disagree. Nora, what would I do instead of multiplying? That's a division bar, so that's going to be a dividing sign as well. 65 divided by 0.5 would be 130. That's your unit rates. Let's make this thing like green. Mason, off task. 65 divided by 0.5 is 130. What do I do with that number? Turn and talk 20 seconds. Go. Five, four, three, two, 1. What do I do with that number, Avery? Take 130 and multiply it by 4.5. 130 times 4.5, if you don't have a calculator, will be 585 kilometers. Did you get it?
If you multiply it, it's still done.
For what?
If you multiply 65 times 9, you would still done 585.
I see what you did. Jackson, did you work left to right?
I think so.
I'm going to pause this and look at that as well, because that's a second way of getting there. With unit rate problems, I'm going to teach you one way this entire time, but there are some of you that are going to think about this like we did the warm-up. If you can come up in your head with a number that you would do 0.5 times something to get the new decimal, you can work left to right. This is a shortcut on your scavenger hunt. If you can think 0.5 times something is 4.5, you can still use the strategy. 65 would then be times 9 as well. This is a little quicker, but slightly more confusing if you're not great at mental math like myself. This one up here would be from 2 to 11, and that's really tricky for me to think about, so I did not use the shortcut. Down here was 0.5 to 4.5. I couldn't think about that mentally, so I did not use the shortcut. Last example, if you can use the shortcut, feel free to use it. Yeah. Yes, you may. I had one. Read example 3 for me, please, Sean.
The floor plan of the house is drawn using a scale of 1 inch. What is the length of the basement if it is 2.5 inches long?
Let's set this thing up. What am I looking for, inches or feet, Hadley? I know the inches, I need to know the feet. How much is 2.5 inches in a foot? Okay. You go on your scavenger hunt, you meet 2 clues. How do I set up those clues, Liliana? Okay. Great. Looking at this clue, can you take a shortcut, or do I have to find the unit rates? Turn and talk to your partner, 20, go.
It's so easy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Paige, what do we think about this problem? Are we going to need to go the long route and use unit rate, or can I take a shortcut? Sure. If you can look at the number 1 or some other number and multiply it left to right, that's your shortcut you could take. What times 1 would be 2.5? Justice. It's 2.5. So instead of going to get your clue in the unit rate, you could shortcut left to right. Take 1 times 2.5 and 8 times 2.5, and you would arrive at your answer really quickly. That would be 200 feet. Correct? Yeah? Oh, thanks. That's a blunder. Can you mark one, Lauren? 20 feet is your answer. The reason I threw this example in with the 2 that we were doing about the aim today is I do not want you to be a robot when you're working with your partner. I want you to think through if you could take a shortcut, take it, because it is the quickest way to get there. If you're in row number 4, grab a calculator. Check your new number for today. You're going to have a new calculator. There's not going to be a 28, so Colton, use the top right. Row 3, get a calculator. Just wait till everyone's actually gotten one. I should have called row 4 last, sorry. Row 3, get a calculator. Cameron, what's the desk number that you just passed? Row 2, get a calculator.
I moved 1 seat. Why do I just go 1 seat?
Row 1, get a calculator. It's all random. Yeah.
I moved 1 seat to the right now.
10, 9, 8, 7. Row 4, go grab one. 5, 4, 3. It's okay, just grab one and go. Grab one and go. Corbin, 3, 2, 1. Sean, go to your desk. It's fine. Just grab one that's left there. There's plenty that you can use. You're going to stay with your desk partner today. Tomorrow you can move. Today you're going to desk partner and you're working starting on number 1. I should see this setup. Okay. Give it to me.
Tomorrow I'm gonna be leaving early for my sister's birthday.
Do you need a packet?
Yes, please.
Okay. I will have it printed by. What time are you gonna leave tomorrow?
I was gonna leave at like 11 or 12, like you.
So you'll be enough. Yeah. So you're fine. Okay. You'll just leave halfway. Yeah. Just give it for me tomorrow. Sure. Row 3 is at 100%. Thanks for leading our team. Row 3. Row 4 is there now. Thanks, row 4. Sean, get there. Yeah.